Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am so excited to be with you all today, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. In today's video, I share how to make this super delicious Gari Fortor recipe, a Ghanaian delicacy that you are going to love. Deliciously healthy. To a pot, add in some chicken thighs. I'll season that with some garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, ground anise, 1 green marinade, salt to taste, and some chicken seasoning. You may use any seasoning or spice that you prefer. I'll give it a very good stir, cover it up, and bring it to a boil. I'll allow this chicken to cook in its own juices. I am back to check on the chicken, so I give it a quick stir and I'll check one to see the tenderness, and it is ready. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add some oil into a pan, and we're going to fry the chicken until it is nice and golden brown. Our chicken is ready, so I'll get it out and set it aside. And then using the same oil, I'm going to go ahead and add in my chopped up onions, and I'll fry it until it begins to turn brown. I'll give it a quick stir, and I'll add in 1 chopped up habanero pepper. You may use any hot pepper of your choice. I'll also add in some tomato paste, and I'll fry this together for about 5 minutes. At this point, I'll add in my tomato sauce, give it a good stir, and I'll cover and cook it for about 10 minutes on medium heat. And we are back. It is time for us to add in our chicken stock. Never season your sauce before adding in your stock, because then your sauce may end up salty. I'll cover and allow it simmer for about 5 minutes. And at this point, I'll add in some all-purpose seasoning because I tasted it and it needed a little bit. I'll give it a stir and allow it simmer on medium heat for about 8 minutes. 8 minutes later, this is what our sauce is looking like. It is almost done. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in our chicken bits, give it a stir, and continue simmering it for an additional 5 or so minutes. Look at this. It is ready for enjoyment, okay? But I just want the chicken to soak up some of the deliciousness from the sauce and also release its own deliciousness into the sauce. So about 5 minutes and this would be done. You'll be asking, all this stew for Gari Fortor? No, I made enough so that I can have some for later. And then here we go. Our sauce is ready. It is looking so good. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the heat and allow it to cool down a bit. Meanwhile, I'm just going to go ahead and prep some shrimps. To the shrimps, I'll add some all-purpose seasoning, give it a good toss, and then allow it to sit for just a minute. I don't want this to become salty. All right, our sauce have cooled down, so I'll set part of it aside, and then we'll use the rest for our Gari Fortor. Gari Fortor is usually made with whatever stew you already have at home. I decided to do it from scratch just in case you're interested in the recipe, so you could do so too. I added some oil into my pan, and I thought I was recording when I added the shrimps, but I wasn't, but I think I did, but I just can't find the clip. So yes, I added the shrimps and now I'm flipping it over. It looks so good. Once I flip it over, I'll turn the fire off and allow the pan to finish cooking it. Back to our stew is just sizzling now, so I'll add in some carrots and cook it for about 2 minutes because it's the hardest of all the veggies. I'll then go ahead and add in some cabbage, bell peppers, and I'll also add in some onions. You may use any vegetable of your choice. I'll stir it very well and allow it cook for just about 2 minutes because I do not want these veggies to become mushy at all right, so once I've stirred everything together, I'll add in my shrimps, give everything a good stir and allow it to simmer together for 2 minutes while I go ahead and prep my gari. So to the gari, I'll add about 2 tablespoons of water. That is it. I don't want my gari fortor to be mushy. I want some crunchiness in it. You can also add the gari directly, but adding just a little bit of water helps it and you're not gonna lose the crunch. Okay, it is now time for us to add our gari into our stir-fried veggies and stew, but I set part of it aside before adding in the gari because you don't want to add the gari and the sauce is too much or more than your gari. So once you add it in, you want to stir it together until each grain of gari is well coated with some of your stew or sauce. You can then go ahead and add more sauce to it if you wish, or enjoy it. You see, at this point, you're just customizing it to your preference. And just like that, our gari fortor is ready. Oh my goodness, does this look good or does it look good? And the best part was how delicious it tasted. It tastes so good. Everybody devoured it in the house. So all that is left is for us to serve and enjoy. Whew. You are all invited, okay? You need to try this recipe. If you have not made gari before or don't know what gari is, you can find it in most African markets, or you can find the recipe right here on my channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try the recipe. Until I see you in the next one, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke unamini uchemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.